Asbjorn stood adjacent to his crackling fire as he threw a letter sent by his brother into the flames, and watched as the scroll folded in on itself in a cocoon of embers. The words he had read from that scroll drew a tear from Asbjorn. He oft worried about his king and his friend. Sigbjorn's health had deteriorated since their last meeting. Some say he barely had the strength to rule, some mocked he didn't have that in the first place. Asbjorn held another scroll with a yellow star upon its seal. He twirled it in his hands, lost in his thoughts. His servants had started to worry. Asbjorn was always an orderly man, and there were open scrolls strewn all over his carved marble desk. What they said eluded him. He was lost in visions of ambition, power. Asbjorn was made a Jarl at his father's passing, and his brother king. But many thought Sigbjorn to be a shadow of his father, while Asbjorn was widely seen as a credit to his namesake, both in his city of Rome, across Italy, and on the mainland. However, the Jarls surrounding Asbjorn seemed to feel more obliged to him than they did Sigbjorn. Asbjorn knew his power and his potential for power. He would not content himself with his Jarldom, he wanted a crown of his own. Or mayhaps Asbjorn's when his time came. The thought of having to bow to his incompetent nephew made him shiver and his blood boil. But as that thought crossed his mind, he bristled. Father, forgive me for such thoughts. Asbjorn often talked to his father when alone to seek his counsel, as if he were there some sort of deity. But he was such a man that what he had been left by his father was not enough. His ambition burned as hot as those logs on his fire. He threw the scroll in his hands onto his table and burst out onto his balcony. With the wind blowing from the east, his hair ran wildly in the wind like a flag. His hands wrapped around the marble balcony as he gazed up and his eyes met the Sistine Chapel. He exclaimed heatedly, "West." Hello everyone and welcome back to the Raiders of the Adriatic, where we are once again at war with the Kingdom of Italy. It seems that Italy is Safirland's biggest rival, definitely. The amount of wars we have had with Italy, whether it be dukes, counts or kings and queens, is literally ridiculous now. But yes, we are at war with them this time for what remains of Duke Guy's lands. Obviously, Duke Guy is now dead, as well as his son Duke Guy, and his son, I think it is Fresco, I'm pretty sure his name is Fresco, is now the Duke of this area. There we go, yes, Duke Fresco, and we're trying to take that land just so we can get rid of this nasty little bit of border gore here, so that this is all classed as Safirland. We obviously do own Venice as well now. So we've got 4,800 men here, actually, in Capua, which we're trying to take, and then we do have the Holy Order back home, just to defend the capital in case the Italian army does decide to show up there. We will unpause and get straight into finishing off this war, well, starting this war. We only did start it at the end of the last episode. We've got two titles that can be created, the Kingdom of Venice and the Kingdom of Romagna. We're not going to mess around with either of those for now, though. We're just going to concentrate on this war. We don't have a huge amount of manpower. We still are way, way behind on the amount of manpower that Asbjorn could call upon, but we've got enough that it should be able to win this war. We do have ourselves leading this army as well, so we do have that besieging bonus at least. I think we'll take this land and then we'll march our way northward into these Italian lands. Where is the capital of Italy these days? It seems to move around quite a bit. Okay, it's up in Turin. Okay, fair enough, the barony of Turin. But yes, let's concentrate on what we are trying to achieve at present. Should give us a decent amount. They do have more. Well, it's pretty even, I think, in manpower, isn't it? I think we're fairly even. 6,608. We've got 4,765, but then we, of course, do have the Yoms Vikings as well. We don't have any allies to call upon, but we were trying to forge an alliance with the Swedes, but nothing has come back about that just yet, so we're going to have to wait and see what happens there. So we'll just concentrate on what we're doing for now. It would be good if we could capture some valuable hostages, but I don't know how we're going to do in that. We're 5 months left in this siege, which is fine. No idea where the Italian host is at present. We do have enough gold. Ah, here comes the Italian host. Where are they going to sail to, I wonder? Keep an eye on them. Are we going to need the Yoms Vikings? I'm not sure. We do have more than enough money to hire more mercenaries if necessary, but I'd rather not waste it if we don't have to just yet. And it does look like they are going to sail past. Maybe they're going to sail around Italy and come up into the main area of Safirland, which makes me think, you know what? Let's hire a couple of mercenary bands. A decent mercenary band. One should be more than enough if we get a decent one. a lot of them are already hired, which is interesting. Let's have a look at some of these more expensive ones, as we do have an insane amount of gold. Wow, look at this one, which has several light footmen and pikemen. It's 1,500 manpower. It's only 300 gold, so we can afford that. Company of the Star, Serbian band. One with some archers there as well, 1,500. Okay, there's several companies of the Star, 316, and that actually does have light horsemen as well as light footmen. I think I'll go for the footmen though. We'll go for, which one was it that I was going to go for? It's this one here. Let's go for this one. And we'll hire those, 300 gold for a 3-year contract. There we go, and that gives us a huge amount of mercenaries up there, 4,000 men. So it should be able to defend the capital. Hopefully, until we at least get this under siege, and until we know where the Italian host is. Ah, the Italian host is deciding to land over here, which is fine. So we'll now sail our mercenaries over here as well, so that we can get all of our manpower together. I was expecting them to go elsewhere, and Benevento seem to be at war now. They are attacking the Byzantine Empire in... Okay. Interesting. Ah, the Byzantine Empire has took over all of southern Italy now from the Muslims, which is interesting. But, okay, we'll see what's going to happen there. Here comes the Italian army, 3,300. We should be able to crush that once this siege is won. I could station some besiegers here, actually, once the... I think that is what we'll do, actually. Jarl Horblorn has not been swayed. That's fine. Are they going to get that barony, this tribe here, under siege? It's possible that that looks like that's what they're going to do. Or are they going to sail off? It looks like they've cut across land. No, they are going to do that. That's perfect. Because then we can station some besiegers here. March the rest onto Benevento with the other host. The army that is left behind, which isn't a huge army. Is this no, it's just a neutral army. This army here has almost sieged it. Let's get a siege leader in charge of this. Where is Jarl Asbjorn's busy? I don't know if we have any other siege leaders then. So we'll just go with... Let's let Rasputin get that under control. Why not? And we'll get our other host combined here, which is going to be 8,000 men almost, which is insane. 8,100 combined together under Sigbjorn's control. And let's march onto that Italian host and hopefully completely crush them. Lots of armies moving around here on fleets, but hopefully nothing that's going to be too much of a risk to us. I am worried in case they do land in our capital. They are now marching into that Italian land, and it looks like they are going to... Wow. And that is an enemy army. You know what, then? Let's instead march back to the land that we're sieging, because we are going to need that manpower. I don't know if we're going to get there in time, though. How long into this siege is left? 6 days. Ouch. They're going to cause some huge damage and slaughter that army, but we may... Yeah, we're not going to get there until after the army has been slaughtered, unfortunately. But we're going to get there in time to cause some damage. Defeat, and the whole army was slaughtered. Did Rasputin get away? Yes, he did. It's a shame that we've just lost all that manpower, but that's fine. It's more annoying because that siege was so close to being won. That's what makes it even more annoying. Let's chase that army down. We have got one ally that we can call in, but it's not one that's going to be worth calling in, to be honest. And here we go. A great battle happening here. Our champion Philip ripped the head off of Boldar and became a berserker. Awesome. And there we go. We have also managed to capture an enemy combatant as well there. Right, now let's go and continue our siege. Wow. We lost 155 men from our 8,000. They lost 3,284. They only had 15 survivors. Who got the most kills in this? Count Radulf got 37. Awesome. Duke Alexander Rasputin got 29. Stefan 26. Awesome. Absolutely slaughtered them then. Perfect. Let's march our way back here. Where has that Italian host disappeared? Ah, here they are. Looks like they're coming back to land again, which is perfect. We can now station some besiegers here again and then go and crush that army. Got another army here. That's part of our men, though. Who are they at war with? Seems to be a couple of wars going on in our lands, and I'm not sure what most of them are. Against Muslim lands, which is interesting. Right. Station besiegers. March the rest of the host there. Perfect. Hopefully this time the besiegers won't get attacked. So annoying because we were literally like 2 days away from winning that siege. That's what makes it more infuriating. That would have given us a huge amount of war score because we're already at 31%. And the Benevento army is getting slaughtered there by the Byzantine army. No idea why they've got involved in a war against the Byzantines. That just seems Like, complete stupidity to me, if I'm honest. And we are going to catch the Italian army by the looks of it, because they've got involved in another battle, so they're not going to be able to get away because of that. And we should completely slaughter this host now. Yes, completely annihilating it. And we have managed to capture an enemy combatant, which is perfect. We could go to siege the barony of Barry, but instead, let's march our army back over to where we're sieging, just to keep them close by each other, because I don't know where they're going to come from. An enemy ally has joined the war. King Alfonso of Italy. Oh, okay, so his mother has died. We have a new king. This is the guy that we actually captured before, wasn't it? I wonder if that's going to make Italy a lot weaker. Yes, they've only got 600 men now. So it should be a pretty easy war for us to now win. Which is perfect. What is this Byzantine army doing? It's huge. It looks like they're attacking Benevento because of the war that they've got themselves wound up in. Got a martial perk to spend. Awesome. Let's have a look what we can do with that. Hard rule, dread gain, yeah, we need that. And siege progress against revolts, increase it, yeah, we need that, because our dread isn't anywhere near as impressive as it was in the days of Asbjorn. Let's march these 7,000 men. I have exposed that Asbjorn murdered Stefan. Secret exposed. Who is Stefan? Ah, he was that giant guy. Oh, so our son has murdered someone. Maybe he's not as useless as first thought. He is not great, though, is he? I'd rather have one of our other children inherit after we die. Let's march these 7,000 then. And we have managed to get the land under siege, and we have captured several prisoners. Let's have a look who we've managed to capture. You've captured Duchess Adriana's cousin, Elrulf, and 2 others. I don't think they're anyone of decent value and such. Maybe we might get a bit of money for some. We've got 5 that we can ransom. We'll keep hold of them all for now. Let's move these 500 men. Where shall we move you? Let's move you onto this barony here on the coast. Why not? Start getting this northern Italian land under siege. Let's station some besiegers here and move you onto that barony there. Start getting some more of these lands under control. My son Sven is more likely to receive a good education due to Queen Halla's tutelage. Perfect. See, Sven's already looking better than Asbjorn, and he's much younger. It wouldn't be a disaster if Asbjorn was to accidentally die. We've got lots and lots of decent prisoners here, and we can designate a guardian for Sigbjorn Erikson. That's our youngest son, 6 years old, hale and rowdy. He's gone with the intrigue focus. Yeah, I suppose so. It might not be the word. What? Let's educate child then. Let's see who we've got. Have we got anyone with decent intrigue in our court? Yes, we have. Perfect. We've managed to split our army into many small sieging armies now, as we start to split them out into these southern Italian lands, I suppose you'd say, because technically it is quite southern for the now very small Kingdom of Italy, which is starting to eat up into southern France, or Switzerland area, but yeah, we've took most of their warmer lands, and hopefully we'll take even more. Who knows how much of these we will end up taking in the end. But let's see, can we... We've won a siege, perfect. What? This war in Benevento. Whose war actually is it? It is Jarl Eid's actual war. He's the attacker. Got hardly any manpower. It's a very silly war for him to be trying to go for. We could offer to... Could we offer to help? I don't know if I want to, because the Byzantine Empire is so strong. How is he doing in that war? Losing 36%. I don't know if it's a good idea for us to get involved. I don't think we can anyway, by the looks of it. I don't think we actually can. We can stop his war. It is a silly war, but if that's what he wants to do, we'll leave him to it for now. Oh, and the Italian army has our capital under siege. That is not good. Right, okay. How many? They have 600 men. Okay. Let's sail this army back to try and scare them away from doing that. We'll sail some more men back. You know what? Station besiegers. Let's sail the 6,000 back. That will definitely put them off attacking the capital. And Jarl Eid has been taken prisoner by the Byzantines, which is annoying. Can we ransom him? No, they will not accept. It could end badly for him then, I'm guessing, which is not good. The Italian Oh, boiling anger. You might be king, but you are also a cocky boar. The unprovoked anger expressed by my wife, Queen Halla, comes as a complete surprise. She has been under a lot of stress lately, but to behave like this, that even she struggles, it's calming. Okay, well, it lowers our stress, which is good, I suppose. And Jarl Eid has been released, so he managed to get away with that, considering he's just forged that war. He's been let off fairly lightly there. Let's march these 600 men back now that we managed to scare off the Italian host. And they are attacking some of our smaller lands by the looks of it, but that's fine because we can get our armies involved and help relieve that. By slaughtering hopefully the armies as well, we should gain maybe enough war score. We have suffered a couple of small defeats, but that's fine. They're only small skirmishes. My son Sigbjorn is more likely to receive a good education due to Queen Halla's tutelage. Perfect. And there we go, we finally caught up with the enemy army, and hopefully we're going to cause some damage now. Who's leading this? Us ourselves, which is perfect. The Italian army looks like they're going to march straight into that, which would be a stupid thing to do, because they're not going to make any difference to that whatsoever. This will probably win us the war, to be honest. We do have a empty council position as well now. That'll be because Aid was... He was our cupbearer, but considering he has been released, we can put him back as our cupbearer with his very decent intrigue. And we've managed to collect some additional taxes as well, which is good. And we're at 80% now. We managed to capture, and perfect, we managed to capture some impressive knights. Now it's just a case of winning these remaining sieges that we've got going on here. Let's see where that main host of Italian men is going to go. These two sieges are going to end any second now, really, aren't they? So let's march our men up there just to defend with that siege. Yeah, there we go. They're retreating past. That's fine. As soon as these two sieges fall, that should give us over the 90% that we need. With our obvious traits that we've got, we can end wars that a little bit earlier. And there we go, we've managed to win that siege. We'll let that other siege win because we managed to get some gold from it. Perfect, and it puts us at 100%. Enforce our demands. Perfect. Greetings, King Sigbjorn of Saphirland. May wisdom ever elude you. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put this end of blood, in order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. So be it. Disband all of our armies, and that makes that look just that little bit nicer. It's interesting that the Byzantine Empire has managed to take all this, so we are inevitably going to end up getting into a bit of conflict with them, isn't it? It's definitely coming. It's going to happen. We've got 7 people that we can ransom. 30 gold. 50 gold. 10 gold. So, yeah, we'll ransom all of you. 10 gold. Now we've just got to wait for the others to be accepted so that we can ransom the remaining prisoners. 25 gold. Wow, we're going to get a lot of gold from this. 10 gold. We can negotiate an alliance with Count Dyer of Napoli. Wasn't he our sister? Yeah, our sister's son. Yes, why not? We'll have an alliance with you. Perfect. My ward, Count Dyer, has come of age, and it is time he left my care. For the longest time, I was hoping that good tutelage would be enough to teach Dyer the intricacies of warfare. I was naive. He only developed a basic understanding. Never mind, he got Logistian, though. Tough soldier. He's not too bad. He's not the worst. It could have gone worse. Could have gone better, but it could have gone worse. Take concubine. Oh, no, both too old. Do have a couple more prisoners that we should be able to ransom at some point. Alliance formed. Perfect. And I think that just said that, yeah, Jarl Hallborn has passed away. You can no longer sway him. What happened to him? Oh, ouch. His new heir does not look well. He's got smallpox. Ouch. I'm guessing he's not going to be around for long. We'll pin him anyway. What did his father die of? He died of smallpox. So there seems to be an outbreak of smallpox in Spoleto, which is not good at all. We do now have an open title. I think he was the tax collector, wasn't he? Do we have anyone else a decent tax collector? Toke. Yes, we'll go with Toke. What other situation do we have? There's 2 titles. I think they're still the same ones. Yes. We can usurp the Duchy of Capua. So, yes, we will do that. Perfect. Giving us another duchy that we can now give away. I don't know who we're going to land in that land. I don't think we've got any custom characters that need landing at present. Actually, I think we do have, don't we? Has she had a son yet? Gryla. She's had a daughter. Can't grant her titles. We could grant her husband the titles, and their daughter would still inherit them, but it wouldn't be her family name. We'll wait till she has a son, and then we'll grant lands to him. So we'll keep Capua to ourselves for now. We're not over the duchy limit, so it doesn't matter. Gives us a little bit more control ourselves. Another ransom accepted, which is perfect. Italy looks like it's got some sort of civil war going on. Yes, the Lombards are attacking Tuscany, so there's a little bit of civil war going on there. Several of them attacking each other. It's a shame that we can't take advantage because of that. But then again, would we be able to invade these because they're actually... No, it still counts as Italy. I weren't sure if we could take advantage of that, but it doesn't seem like we can. I'm not sure where we could expand to next. We could take Sardinia just to spread our influence into the Mediterranean, but how strong is this Muslim kingdom? They do have several allies, so they would be... I don't know if we'd be able to actually declare war, holy war for the... Oh, we would be able to take that whole duchy, which would be interesting. We could do that. That could be good. It could go to Serbia. Has our truce ended with them yet? Yes, it has. So we could take that last bit of land that we need to form Serbia. We've got more piety. Yeah, let's do that. Just to finish off and make Safirland look that bit nicer across this river. And it'll be a very, very, very easy war to win. He's not got much manpower at all. 500 men. Let's move our rally point to the border. And raise all here. We shouldn't need any mercenaries and such to win this war. It should be straightforward either way. We've got someone else that we can rent. Wow, 100 gold. Duchess of Ancona. Oh. Can we not take you as a concubine? 100 gold. That is pretty impressive. You own that entire bit of land there. It's a shame that we can't get her to like swear his fealty if we released her. No, we'll ransom her then for 100 gold. That's a lot of money. We'll take that. Replenishes that money that we spent on mercenaries in that last episode, of course. The ransom has been accepted. Dux Thomas joined the Holy War for the Duchy of Macfa. Okay. So yeah, the Serbians have got hardly any manpower at all. They've instantly tried and got some of our land under siege. So we'll send this army led by... Who's leading it now? Yeah, we'll send that to deal with him. This 1500 here, we will march on to this barony, and these 1700 will march on to that barony, and let's get this Serbian war over with quickly. We can then form the Kingdom of Serbia, but we won't do that. We'll just make the duchies that come with it and land some more characters, so we could probably add some custom characters again soon, now that we're going to have a bit more land. What's going on with this kingdom here? They're involved in our war, and they're involved in 2 other wars as well. Okay. And our wife has gained the trait Strategist. Interesting, I wasn't expecting her to go down the martial path, but nice, okay. Well played, Hala. 53. How old is Liddy? Wow, Sigbjorn, 53. He's aging insanely quick. Insanely quick. Is that the East Frankian army? Are East Francia expanding eastwards? It would seem that they are. They are... Okay, they're losing 2 wars. They're attacking King Boris of Serbia. In a conquest. In the Balaton conquest. Okay, so they're trying to expand their influence massively, it would seem. How they're losing that war, I don't know, when they've got as much manpower as East Francia have got. And the other war they're involved in... Yeah, they're trying to expand their influences. So East Francia could end up getting a bit stronger, which would be interesting. It would give us a powerful kingdom to the north that we can try and war with. A well-known kingdom like East Francia would be really interesting story-wise and lore-wise if we were to get into a couple of scuffles with those. We've managed to fend off that army, so we can now march on to that barony, and get that under our control. Who do we have in charge of these? Rasputin and ourselves. It's a shame. Why can't we use Asbjorn lately? He must be like really busy or something. And we are very close to the capital now. We're on to the next county of the capital. The Serbians have come back into our lands, though, but we are sending reinforcements back. Over, well, 1,700 men. I wouldn't really say that it's reinforcements. They're going to be more than enough manpower to crush the Serbian army. And yeah, they're chasing them down. They're going to try and retreat already, but they've got no chance. We're going to catch them. 45%. We're already sieging the capital of Serbia. We've got this province here about to fall any second now as well, and then we can move on to Bodrog and get that under siege. There we go, we've destroyed the Serbian host, and we actually managed to capture the king, King Boris of Serbia. Perfect. So let's enforce our demands and end that war. Disband all our men. And Safinand now goes up to that coast as just this small. Oh, we've got to get this county here, haven't we? We need to get that county because it's south of the river. That's just irritating. But we would be able to now, I'm imagining, create the title, the kingdom. Okay, we can create Sardinia. I didn't realise that we could create Sardinia. How have we got Sardinia? When did we take... Who just took Sardinia? I was actually thinking of taking Sardinia, but I didn't realise it had actually been taken. But we can create the Duchy of Makva, so we will create that. Create. We've got 5 prisoners that can be ransomed. When did we take Sardinia? Who does that belong to? Oh, it belongs to Rome. So Jarl Asbjorn has taken Sardinia. Interesting. Very interesting. Well played, I suppose. He's done well there to take that. Gives us that hold in the Mediterranean that we were thinking about taking anyway. So as we are expanding inward, our brother is expanding outward. So that works pretty nicely for us. We've got 10 prisoners that can be ransomed. We've got a duchess. 100 gold. Perfect. 25 gold for you. We've got a duke here. 55 gold out of 100 because he can't afford it. That's fine. We've got more than enough money. We do have too many duchies, so we need to sort those out. 100 gold. Perfect. 57. We've got some titles that we can give away as well. We'll look into those. Let's have a look. Ransom these other 2 prisoners. 100 gold for you as well. Beautiful. And there'll be one more. Take a concubine. No, fort it. No point. Let's just wait for that last one that we can do. It should be soon. Should pop up for that last prisoner. There we go. We can ransom her for 25 gold. Perfect. Greetings, my impeccable liege. I've been hosting your Chancellor, Jarl Gunn, for several weeks, and he has helped me truly see the splendour of the realm under your rule. I'm nothing less than honoured to serve as your vassal. Good. That's good to hear. Right, so we've got too many duchies. Let's have a look at the duchies that we've, of course, got. So we've got the Duchy of Makva. Who rules in Makva then? We've actually got a Countess Ivar, and underneath her is land that we own. Okay. So I'm guessing she's Orthodox Bulgarian. Should be Serbian, really. What's this war that we've got going on here? Defending against Count Mikvar in the Liberty War. Okay, and I'm sure Rasputin's going to be able to get that under control. I doubt that they're going to be able to do anything about that. Right, so we do need... We could just make her the Duchess of that area, or we could land somebody else here and make them the Jarl of that area, but I don't know who we'd go with. All of our siblings are, of course, landed. We've not really got anyone in court. Who's this guy? Arnfast. One-legged. Has he got any children? No. How old's his bride? 31. So he's probably not going to have any children. We could make room for custom characters and add those in and give them the lands, I suppose. Let's just have a look, though, first. What else we've got? Have you managed to have a son yet, Gyla? No, not yet, unfortunately. I don't really think we've got anyone else then that we can put in those lands. We could give one of our other sons a plot of land, but chances are they're going to get overthrown. Unfortunately, we can't give our daughter Herja the lands. I'd love to grant her the titles. She does have a son, though. Sigbjorn, who's 10. He is an Eriksson. I don't know. I'm not sure who we should give those lands to. I can't believe that we've now got Sardinia as well. What was the other duchy that we created that we've got to give away? The duchy... the Yardom of Capua, which we have not given away yet. Who rules in Capua is still? We've not given that to anybody else either. Yes, we've got both of those to give away. I think... I may just wait until the next episode. We can get a couple of custom courtiers in and then land both of those, as we don't really have anyone else to land at present. I think what I'm going to do, actually, she absolutely despises us. Absolute tribal authority, too many duchies. Do you know what? We will give her... We'll land somebody underneath her out of our court, and then we will give her that land. Have we got anyone who's from... Vlad. Vlad has been a very good champion. He's quite old, but if we give him that land, let's grant... He has been a very good servant. Let's grant him the chiefdom of Makva. Grant title. And then we'll give her, just to try and get her on side, that... Then again, we could just give it Vlad. Let's give it to him. Grant titles. The Yardom of Makva. Perfect. There we go. That gets us under our Yaldom limit of... Yes, under our Yaldom limit, doesn't it? Our duchy limit. Perfect. And we'll end this episode here. Oh, wow. Bavaria is independent. East Francia is now collapsing in on itself. Interesting. But yes, we'll end this episode here, guys. So thank you all so much for watching. As always, I really appreciate it, and I hope that you've enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, comment down below, and subscribe. And I'll see you all very soon for the next episode.